bit. O'Beary pushing a little bit, and Lokedi check back to see where third might be, because O'Beary has now decided to put the hammer down.
It still looks like it's Edna Kiplagat in third, but this is really where anyone that commentates on Helen O'Beary's races, they say it time and time again, but look at her arms. That is the signature kick for her. She is moving. She is still within herself. She looks good. She's compact, except that her arms start to move, and they work really hard on that.
Boston strong as they go under there. There's inspiration for that. There's inspiration from every one of those people on the side of the road, in addition to what you mentioned with her daughter and her family.
Yep.
There's inspiration to just, in this case for some of them, just to race and to win. At some point, you have all this training. At some point, too, you just got to have some want to. And her want to is pretty strong.
I asked her, is it more important to run fast times or break the tape? She says break the tape every single time, and that's what she does. We have seen her be able to run very fast. She doesn't have that fast time, but look at the courses that she runs. We haven't seen her on a Chicago, on a Berlin, on a Valencia, on an Amsterdam. We've seen her on these challenging courses, and she looks so good, you guys. Even a year ago, we didn't quite know if this was going to be her distance, and she did. Again, run super fast for mile 25, 4:52. I think we can literally call her a marathoner now that has found her distance.
Although she does say she really kind of misses the track and wants to do those workouts, but
really,
the last little uphill there where that arm action, big swings, but you know that. We talk about how are your legs strong. Working those arms uphill is huge. Close that arm angle. You want to get it tight and really work that. And she comes starting into view of everybody that sees. They've taken the tape out for her. The woman's run 4 marathons. She was 6th in her debut in New York City. She won in Boston, then she backed that up with a win in New York. And now she will make those final 2 turns. You get the right onto Hereford, left onto Boston.
Dathan Ritzenhein, her coach, has said that she's been training 20 to 25 miles per week more. They have had her in this marathon training now for a couple years, so they've been able to push the envelope a little bit, and it is showing. You could see just the patience, the strength. She's getting that fueling down. We saw that in her first race in November back in 2022 when she ran New York. She didn't have that fueling down. Now she seems to have everything going for her, and it's clicking.
On Boylston Street, and downhill she comes, hitting 2:21, the 2:21 mark. She won here in 2:21:38. So again, a little slower, but she races so well. And I hate to quote Paul McCartney, especially from Wings, but she's Helen Wheels.
She is. Actually, Dathan Ritzenheim thinks that she is in 2:11 shape, or was back this fall. And you know what? That means that she is one of the best in the world, and we know that, but the world record is 2:11 now, and if he thinks she can run that, look out. It's going to be a fun race in Paris if she makes that team.
And when she finished second in the Houston half in 66:07, Rich said that was about 80%, Helen.
Woo.
She brought her 100% best right here. There you see in third place, Edna Kiplagat. And the motorcycles are going to pull away soon. And that is Helen O'Beary in full flight right now, on her way to her second Boston Marathon win. And Sharon Lokedi, who hadn't run a marathon since trying to defend her title in New York last November, had to scratch late for this race in 23, and her first try has run exceptionally well. There you see a great look down Boylston Street at those 2 women, and then the close-up, because it's her show again.
Patience, and all fire here now in the final stages.
Back-to-back in Boston for the magnificent Helen O'Beary. The bells of the South Church will toll again for O'Beary, champion of the 128th Boston Marathon. And Sharon Lokedi on the podium in second, a magnificent run to the runner-up finish.
You gotta give it up to Sharon Lokedi as well. But here, look at this, Tom, her husband, and her little girl, and the coaching staff all coming up to her. It is such an honor to be able to say that she's a 2-time Boston Marathon champion.
Here you see Jack Fleming, the head of the Boston Athletic Association. And here comes the timeless Edna Kiplagat. Another podium finish.
Just going over 2:23, John. I mean, she is amazing. She's not even going to stop. She just keeps on going through that line, and we are so thankful. Champion
here in 20 and 27, a runner-up in 2019, and on the podium in third place here in 2024. Helen Obiri, the first back-to-back winner since Catherine Andraba in 2004 and 2005. And we're going to give her 1, 2, 3 seconds before I go. Now, like Evans Chevette, she can worry about three-peating next year. And I'm going to be quiet. You just want to hear the adoring cheers here.